Wait, what? Harley's back with the Street 750 in 2025? Is this a comeback or just another midlife crisis on two wheels? Let's roast it, ride it, and maybe fall in love all over again. Hey hey hey. Welcome back to Biker's Choice, your two-wheeled therapy zone where we don't just ride bikes, we emotionally bond with them, roast them, and sometimes cry over their price tags. Now look, today's a wild one. Guess who just slid back into our DMs in 2025 like an ex who got hot again? That's right, Harley Davidson just relaunched the Street 750. Yeah, the same one that ghosted us a while back. And now it's rolling back into town like, hey big head, miss me? Let's talk about it. Is this the glow-up of the decade or a desperate attempt to win us back with chrome and nostalgia? Grab your snacks, your helmet, and maybe a tissue, we're diving deep and funny into this one. The return of the Street 750, a plot twist no one saw coming. Okay, let's rewind for a second. Street 750 was discontinued, left us heartbroken, and went into the shadows like Batman after a bad date. But Harley being Harley, said, what if we bring it back in 2025, but with upgrades, baby? And let me tell you, they didn't just slap on some new paint and call it a day. No, this ain't your 2014 Street 750, this one's got attitude. It's leaner, meaner, and surprisingly, cleaner. Like it just did a juice cleanse and hit the gym. Design, old soul, new drip. Let's talk looks. Because let's be real, half of us pick bikes like we pick dates. Does it look good next to me in a selfie? The 2025 Street 750 is dripping with that classic Harley vibe but with some serious modern spice. LED lighting, sleeker bodywork, and a digital instrument cluster that doesn't look like it was made during the dial-up era. And that matte black edition. Chef's kiss. I saw one and almost proposed. Chat, tell me this, would you swipe right on this bike, or nah? Performance, can it still talk the talk and walk the walk? Okay, enough about the pretty face, what's under the hood, air, tank. Harley dropped a retuned 749 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin in this beast. It sounds like Thor gargling thunder, but smoother. They've tweaked the power delivery, added better fuel efficiency, finally, and you can actually ride it in traffic without feeling like you're taming a fire-breathing dragon. 0 to 60. Pretty snappy. Top speed. Enough to scare your mom. But let's be honest, if you're buying a Harley, you're not chasing speed, you're chasing style points and street cred. Would you daily ride this thing or only bring it out on Sundays like your grandma's china set? Features. Harley finally discovered the 21st century. Now this part got me laughing. Harley finally gave us Bluetooth connectivity. I repeat, Bluetooth. You can now reject your ex's calls right from your handlebar. That's progress. USB charging, ride modes, even ABS as standard. I mean, Harley, are you okay? Who hurt you? Because this level of tech in a Street 750? Unheard of. Chat, drop a W in the comments if Harley finally getting with the times gives you hope for humanity. Price, how much for the glory? Here's where we all start sweating. The new Street 750 comes in at a slightly spicy price, but not crazy. Think of it like premium fast food pricing. Not quite gourmet, but you're definitely not at the dollar menu. Rumors say it starts around $8,000, which isn't bad for a Harley with this much sauce. But you know what they say, you're not just buying a bike, you're buying a lifestyle, and probably a leather jacket you'll never wear in summer. Would you cough up $8,000 for this beast, or are you holding out for something else? Who should ride this? Are you the main character? This bike is for those who want a Harley but don't want to sell a kidney. It's city-friendly, beginner-friendly, and ego-friendly. It's got that bad boy charm without the, I'm going to rev in a quiet neighborhood at 2 a.m. energy. Perfect for weekend warriors, first-time Harley owners, or people who just want to feel something again. Are you the Street 750 type? Or are you more of a sportster or bust kinda rider? Verdict, is the comeback worth it? So, is the 2025 Harley Street 750 a redemption arc, or a rerun we didn't ask for? Honestly, it's a glorious comeback. It's got nostalgia, power, looks, and just enough modern flair to make you feel fancy. Would I ride it? Heck yes. Would I daily it? Possibly. Would I flex it in a Starbucks parking lot while pretending I don't hear compliments? Absolutely. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? Is Harley back, or are they just clinging to the past with chrome handlebars? Drop your hot takes in the comments. Roast it, rate it, or fall head over heels for it. We're here for all the chaos. Alright, legends, that's it for today's wild ride. If you laughed, learned something, or just stuck around for the jokes, hit that like button like you're revving at a red light. Subscribe to Biker's Choice for more madness, reviews, and brutally honest bike takes. And remember, ride safe, ride loud, and never trust a biker who doesn't wave back. See you on the next one. Peace, rubber side down. Alright folks, imagine a motorcycle, a couch, and a battleship had a love child, and it rolled up blasting classic rock from built-in speakers. Welcome to the world of the Harley Davidson Tri-Glide Ultra 2025, the only bike that says, yeah, I brought my house with me. Buckle up, literally, this one's a full-blown road trip fantasy with 3 wheels and 0 shame. Yo yo yo, what's up throttle heads? You're tuned into the wildest corner of the internet, Biker's Choice, the home of big engines, bigger laughs, and even bigger dreams of hitting the open road and never coming back. And today, oh boy, today we're diving into something a little different, a little larger, and a whole lot of legendary, the 2025 Harley Davidson Tri-Glide Ultra. That's right, 3 wheels, baby. Because sometimes 2 just ain't enough for all this freedom. Smash that like button if you've ever dreamed of rolling down Route 66 with nothing but a full tank and 0 responsibilities. Or if you just love a bike with more storage than your kitchen. First impressions, this ain't a motorcycle, it's a rolling throne. Let's talk about what hits you first, the size. This thing is thick with 3 C's. The Tri-Glide Ultra doesn't ask for your attention, it demands it. And not politely either. This isn't just a bike, it's a land yacht. We're talking full-on batwing fairing, massive tour pack, comfy as heck seating, and a rear end that's wider than your Uncle Bob's pickup. You don't ride it, you command it. Drop a "King of the Road" in the chat if you're into bikes that make tiny scooters cry in fear when they pull up next to you. That engine, torque, thunder, and tons of America. Under the hood, wait, do trikes have hoods? Sits the legendary Milwaukee 8114 engine. That's 1,868 cubic centimeters of pure American thunder, putting out 122 lb-ft of torque. That's more torque than some cars, y'all. Twist the throttle and you don't just move, you launch, slowly but proudly, like a cruise ship leaving port with Lynyrd Skynyrd playing in the background. This engine rumbles like a sleeping bear with a hangover, and I mean that in the most flattering way possible. Tell me in the comments, are you a rumble lover or a high-rev scream kind of rider? No wrong answers here, just vibes. Rider comfort, like sitting on a cloud with cup holders. Alright, let's be real. Harley didn't build the Tri-Glide Ultra for people trying to win MotoGP. It built it for folks who ride for hours, not minutes. It shows. You've got plush seating for both rider and passenger, or as we call it, the Royal Throne. Backrest support so your spine doesn't file for divorce mid-ride. Boards the size of dinner plates. Enough wind protection to make you forget the wind even exists. Not to mention heated grips, cruise control, and more cup holders than most minivans. Not saying it's luxurious, but if I find out there's a built-in espresso machine, I won't be shocked. Anyone ever fall asleep on a bike? One might tempt you. Actually do it, though. Infotainment, road tunes and ride data, baby. Talk gadgets. Boom, Box GTS infotainment system is here to entertain, inform, and possibly guide your soul. Get. Screen display. Navigation. Tooth. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support. Of course. Speaker surround sound audio. Yeah, you can blast AC, DC while cruising down the highway and check your tire pressure at the same time. Tasking. Mustard. Comment, sound on, if your favorite part of riding is having your own personal soundtrack while making minivans jealous. Storage, pack everything except your regret. This is where the Tri-Glide Ultra says, hold my beer. Tour pack luggage carrier, trunk storage, and enough room to pack 4. Cross-country trip. Second rider. Maybe even a small golden retriever, not legally advised, but hey. Move out of your house and live off this thing, and I'm only half joking. For someone who packs extra socks just in case, this bike says, yes, bring them all. Else guilty of bringing everything except the kitchen sink on road trips? You're not alone. And ride assist, trike life made easy. Because this thing is massive doesn't mean it's a beast to handle. It's got your back with features like Flex Defensive Rider System, Control, Braking, Hold Control, hallelujah, Skier, because let's be real, you're not pushing this baby uphill by yourself. This is the safety without the sass package. Confidence, even if your last experience with 3 wheels involved a tricycle and a scraped knee. Price tag, worth every penny or worth selling the boat? Real test, the wallet check. 25 Harley Davidson Tri-Glide Ultra rolls out at around $37,000 US. A minute to pick your jaw up off the floor. Honest, this isn't just a motorcycle. Lifestyle upgrade. The sound system, the vacation, and the midlife crisis rolled into one glorious chrome machine. Oh, is it worth it? Absolutely, if you're ready to make every ride feel like a rolling parade. 1. Sit. Stare longingly at it in the showroom like the rest of us. Comments. Final thoughts, the trike that might just change your life. 25 Tri-Glide Ultra isn't for everyone. Long haulers. Kings. Who want to bring their spouse, their bags, and their entire vinyl collection on a road trip. Old. Ash. Undeniably Harley. Looking for a bike that's basically a tour bus disguised as a motorcycle, this might just be your next ride. Legends, that's it for today's deep dive into the Harley Davidson Tri-Glide Ultra 2025. Laughed, learned, or just vibed with the idea of cruising into the sunset with surround sound? Like button, subscribe, and absolutely destroy that bell icon so you never miss another ride here on Biker's Choice. Dream touring setup in the comments, and let's build the ultimate travel squad. Time, ride loud, ride proud, and remember, 3 wheels means never tipping over at red lights. We won the parking lot flex game.